And I guess people are just like, okay, well, we can just build this item that's already pretty good on this hero, and then we basically counter Shadow Shaman. He disables himself and then becomes very susceptible to being killed by any of our heroes. If he throws his hex out on the Lotus Orb guy, he ends up shackling himself, having it canceled, or he ends up shocking himself. So the hero becomes pretty useless for the duration of a Lotus Orb, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's something, or one of the main reasons why that hero was a little bit less popular. Again, he becomes popular again, then people are like, oh, right, this 4,000 gold item completely counters everything this hero does. Well, other than the pushing, I feel like it's still really good for that. But as far as ward trapping and whatnot goes, I feel like now, even though it's easier to do, it's also a lot easier to get out. You only have to kill like one ward.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true with the new positioning on that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just was interesting because we saw a lot of it during like the qualifiers for the Dream League major. Actually, we saw him picked up quite a bit, even though there were those items that you're talking about, like the Lotus Orb and whatnot. And he's just so good at like harassing in lane too, because he's got some of the highest base attack damage, I believe, too, in the game. But he fell out of favor for a little bit.
Got a little bit of static on your mic.
Oh, do I? Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. One sec.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Do you have the Necrophos picked up for the side of Chaos? Is that going to be a Weeha Necrophos?
Uh, Weehaw Necrophos,
I don't
may.
like it, personally. I'd rather see Weeha on something that's a little bit flashier, making plays. Um,
I mean, it's gotta be,
yeah,
right?
because I'm pretty sure it's Tavo Brewmaster, HFN Terrorblade, King RD going to be on the Shaman. So it's got to be Weeha. Unless they're running it as like a position 4. They've been running some
That's really
interesting...
bad.
I,
Position 4 Necrophos is really bad.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
They've been
know what you're
pulling out some
thinking
interesting
with
things.
playing position 4 Nick, Ember Spirit last game, but they're playing serious this game, remember? They're not
Yes.
going for
Yes,
it.
they are.
And trust me, it's really bad.
Why did they opt to go for the Necrophos here? Is my question.
Mm, I mean, it's a really good hero for taking team fights. The hard disable, not being dispellable on the Necrophos is also very good. As far as
So,
Reaper Sight goes, being able to take anyone down for an extra period of time is super good. But I'm not sure that they have. They need AoE disable, I feel like, against this team. And they end up taking Tuskglass. So it's definitely a position 3 Necropos, and I guess they just want to sort of push towers down really quickly and kind of run like a snowball strat on the enemy team. That's what their draft is looking like to me right here.
wait, so who's going mid then? Is it the Brewmaster or the Necrophos? Because I thought Tavo would be going on the Brewmaster, and then send we mid on the
Uh,
Necro. Yeah, no.
yeah,
Because I mean, I know
yeah,
Tavo can play both, and I'm sure Weehaw can probably play both too. I'm bamboozled a little bit here.
I'm sure they'll probably figure it out after they see this last pick coming out.
Hmm.
So once they decide, that's pretty common these days. I feel like that's one of the things that OG is really good for, in particular, is the fact that they flex pick so much.
Oh yeah,
Where they
that's
can't.
been one of the nice things about all of these drafts too lately is that you've been seeing kind of, especially like, I mean, Secret's its own beast, right? But you never know what they're going to be running for support on Secret, and that keeps your drafting like so open that you can really move things around and have a lot of wiggle room.
Hmm. Yeah, they're thinking pretty hard about this last one on Butterfly Effect. They've taken one game in the series and that was a little bit of an upset. They're thinking, okay, we get just the right hero here. Maybe we can take two games really quickly from Chaos and make it through to the major.
I mean, that would be incredible, right? A lot of people were actually mentioning how Medusa.
Interesting. I mean,
Hmm.
that guy's decent at stopping the push from this team here, just because of how Snake bounces around and steals all the mana. But I feel like it doesn't come online fast enough for Butterfly Effect. You have a snowball lineup here on Chaos. I feel like they're gonna win their lanes and then start taking towers as quickly as possible here, both with the Terrorblade and the Shadow Shaman. I'm not sure a hero like Medusa is, I guess, the hero that you want to be able to deal with that early aggression. You have the team fight on Butterfly Effect, that's for sure, but I feel like Chaos probably win this in like 20, 25 minutes.
It definitely feels a bit suspect having the Medusa because she doesn't do that much damage early on. Like the Mystic Snake, yeah, it gets a couple nice bounces, but it definitely feels like, especially when you've got Terribly with Metamorphosis up, and once Tavo, if he's got his Brewmaster split going too, they're
Mhm.
just gonna run at you. Like they have such short cooldowns. If well, not the Metamorphosis, I guess, not really as much, but they just have a lot of skirmishy lineups where they're just going to go in and out and poke and prod, and every time that you drop an ultimate, it's going to make more space for Chaos to just go right back in again and make more space for HFN to get big and bad.
Yeah. And that guy is he started to be pretty scary last game. Look at the amount of pressure that they put on him. And
Mm.
I feel like in this game he's going to have the advantage. So a lot of problems here for Butterfly Effect. My money is on Chaos this game. If I
See,
had to put money onto a team.
what about them shards though? What'd you put your shards on?
Oh yeah, I actually haven't downloaded that app on my phone yet.
Oh my God, Gaben has just blacklisted you.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I'll give them all my shards. I've got like 100,000 shards. How many are you allowed to gamble at a time?
I don't know what the actual like hard limit is. I think it's like 100, but I think it changes like the odds or something.
100,000?
No, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's
Or
100,000.
we're just 100?
I think it's
Like,
just 100.
I've got 200,000 shards.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's only like 100 at a time, but I could be wrong. I'm sure someone will mention it in chat.
I got a lot of shards and I like to spend them.
He's not afraid to live dangerously, guys, with his shards.
Prepare for a lesson.
All right. So yeah, it is Tabo who's going to be on the Brewmaster. Weeha mid on the Necrophos. HFN going to be on the Terrorblade. Misery. Okay, so this is interesting. Misery is going to be playing the Shadow Shaman, and they're actually going to put King RD on the Tusk because I know they swap occasionally. You have the you've got King RD usually playing 5 now, but he does play Tusk. And I'm not sure if this is going to be more of a 4-5 setup, but we'll find
See.
out.
I mean,
I've still got drafts
Shadow
up.
Shaman just went the boots first. Boots Tanko, so this is definitely the position 5 Tusk here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to allow Misery to get quite a bit of
It could be good to get.
items.
Yeah, it can be good to get some of these items really quickly on the Shadow Shaman, like Glimmer Cape, Force Stabs, Blink Daggers. Being able to blink disable a lot of these heroes, especially the Ember Spirit, makes your game a lot easier.
The Olacord just going to get run out a little bit here. We'll just roll himself away, no problem. Won't be able to grab that rune, but we'll be able to grab his own.
This reward.
Oh, ButterFly actually going to be able to grab themselves 3 different runes here.
This reward
Things are looking up.
transcends expectation.
I mean, if it's all 4, then I believe that's when Bulldog says you just GG out. You've lost.
Thanks, Bulldog.
Quality advice that I got from my time in Sweden from Bulldog. That and just ban it, Moxie.
Just ban it.
Just ban it. Oh, okay, Bulldog. And then we went to the panel and they all were like laughing at us. This is going to be a really annoying lane, I think, for Tavo to have to deal with, just constantly having that Thunder Strike being thrown on him here.
Was it highest level 1 nuke in the game?
It is, yeah. But he does have regen on him, does have himself a salve. But that's going to make a lot of space here for Leo to be able to hit creeps. Tavo's not going to be able to approach the creep wave.
Yep. He's gonna use the creep wave as best he can with his positioning and whatnot. Here goes. I mean, Ward took advantage of that as well, though. Waited for the Brewmaster to walk a little bit away, but you want to be sitting just enough in the creep when the waves are coming, so the I guess range support here is heroes that can't have a stealth or low armor. Have to move a little bit in order to attack.
The Olacord just got super, super lucky over here. Misery tried to get that last hit, but the uphill miss chance made it so he could make it out in time. Still have them diving behind the tower here. They've got tag team putting a lot of pressure on Lelis, but not going to be able to quite find that kill, especially not with without Misery there.
You're
a bit
pretty
quiet
safe when you're
again,
back in the
too.
tier 2. I am.
Yeah.
I'll move my mic a little bit closer. How's
There
this?
we go. That's what you were at before when we fixed levels.
Okay, apologies about that. Just got that new HyperX headset.
Hey, we're not shilling anything here. This is an official
yeah.
Beyond the Summit stream.
Oh, apologies. I
Sorry,
got
Beyond the
the
Summit.
Beyond the Summit approved.
Right. Roll in coming out though from Theolacor. Weehaw. Oh, the Mystic Snake coming through. The slow. They need one more hit. Can they get there in time? It's a very slow death, but looks like Theolacor will be able to draw first blood on Weehaw. And a bit of diving going on in the bottom lane as they get the kill on Tavo as well. All right, 0 to 60 here.
Yeah, Courier sitting right there for when Weehawk comes back to the lane though. It was already on the way with regen, just didn't get there quite quick enough. They need a faster Courier.
Clearly this is the Courier's fault, and we'll be receiving 0-star rating. But during all of the just a casual death. We're going right back to Fountain.
Yeah, he's doing the thing right there, and he almost got caught by the toss. The thing, of course, is dying to the tower after enough seconds have passed, so nobody gets credited with the kill, because it's more worth it to die and give all the enemy team a little bit of gold than.
What's Misery doing over here? Misery is just forcing back the Earth Spirit. He just TPs right back to the tower. Might be able to make some moves on Weehaw if they really want, but looks like he's just gonna back off.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to be a little bit careful here. I mean, it's all about if you're able to land these Mystic Snakes or not on the Necrophos and keeping his mana down to the lowest possible. If he's able to spam out or get closer, you get a couple right clicks off, hit that Death Pulse on you, then you're in trouble as Medusa. If not, then you're doing just fine.
I think the bigger thing you have to be concerned about is the fact that HFN's getting free farm top. You do not ever let HFN get free farm. This guy gets away with way too much. Oh, and as we say that, King RD gonna fall to Leo. Butterfly Effect has a lot of momentum right now, but again, I'm still very concerned that they're letting HFN have way too much space. He's 30 and 20 run right now.
Yeah, and right there, as that kill was happening near the bottom lane, I mean, Darkseer is so, like, sent out. Oh, we got that big grave. He's so sent out of lane that he's trying to go farm the big camp right here. But HFN just popped Metamorphosis and started farming it himself.
Look at Misery. Just running at him.
Misery. Okay. Yeah, so the Emperor Spirit is pretty good on CS, but he's not anywhere close to this Terrorblade at the moment. And I was telling you at the start of this game, I think this game is going to be over in 20-25 minutes. They're just going to be taking Raxes at that point on the side of Chaos. And with Terrorblade getting this much farm, they're pretty much on track to it. Although you just got 4 bounty runes.
Yeah.
Oh,
GG.
never mind. 3.
Yeah, Misery got himself one.
Yep. I did miss that. The bottle messes with casters. Not really fair.
Right. Valve, please fix. Please put that on the top of your list. Otherwise, it's just been pretty calm, smooth sailing. Seen a couple kills in the bottom lane, but nothing going on too much in the mid. Medusa, of course, pretty hard to kill, fairly tanky, and of course the same thing going from the Necrophos, being able to just go and use that Heartstopper aura to regen.
Yeah, so even though Medusa is really good at stopping all these heroes from having mana by spamming that Mystic Snake, Necrophos is one of the exceptions.
Misery, is he gonna be able to? He's burning down to this Ion Shell. That Surge. Oh, the Sunder comes out though from HFN. They're gonna be able to turn it around. They get the kill on Theolacor. Oh my gosh. Very nicely done. I was looking a little scared for him for like half a second.
Yeah, just managed to get that off in time though. Nice little kill there by him. Meanwhile, it looked like King RD was positioning behind this Medusa in order to get a kill on him, but he ends up walking away. He wants to go top instead. So, wants to kill the Earth Spirit right after he comes back to lane, I think. I don't think Tusk and Shadow Shaman are going to be able to do it by themselves though.
I think they need a little bit more lockdown, or at least the Theolacor needs to be sitting maybe a little bit lower. We'll just force him out of the jungle, though.
Yeah. Looking back down on this Ember Spirit here is actually almost caught up to the Terrorblade. I mean, the Terrorblade is sitting on a lot more denies, which every 4 denies is now worth 1 creep kill, right? So you could say that 36 and let's 9 extra CS. Just agree with me, Moxie.
Sure. NA
It's an
math.
extra 9 CS that he has.
For sure.
he's-
You have to
he's-
say that with conviction, dude.
Uh,
Oh, the
But-
roll in coming out from Theo Lacour is looking to kick back HFN, although the snowball comes out from King RD, buys him again some more time. They've got the shackles off. They'll be able to take down Lelis. We'll turn this around, though, and there's going to be the slight taking down HFN. They'll be able to take down Misery, too, and now King RD going to have to run himself here through the trees, hoping that no one finds him. Does have a TP, although Theo Lacour does spot him out here. Gets off a couple hits, and comes Leo. He's looking to try to finish up. One more hit, and that's a double kill.
Prepare for a lesson.
so ButterFly Effect managing to find these kills, and I thought it would be more so Chaos finding all these pickoffs and whatnot with how they have their lineup, but they're just responding to it so well on the side of ButterFly Effect. I do still think that Chaos is going to end up taking this game like 20-25 minutes, but with each one of these like little engagements happening where ButterFly Effect comes out on top or outplays Chaos, it's changing my mind a little bit.
They've definitely been very, very aggressive, and it's paying off for them. The fact that also, you know, on the same side of things, they did go a little bit too deep. They went for kind of a pretty hard committal on that top tower, and they really didn't need to because HFN, he's farming so well. But just managed to get caught out by Theo Lacour, the kickback, and they all just kind of went for it at that point, so.
Yeah. All right, but we talked about the Terrorblade CS a little while ago, so he's now a little bit further ahead of this Ember Spirit, but Ember Spirit was almost caught up to him before he was forced to roam the jungle a little bit.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah,
69 and 36 on the Terrorblade, and then the Ember Spirit's 46 and 15. So.
Yeah.
Although, he's got the eyes. Oh, Theo Lacour gets the kickoff. Not going to be able to go lock him down this time.
So he ends up getting away. But yeah, you can't really stop this guy with just the Earth Spear in the lane by yourself. You got to send more heroes, commit a little bit to taking down this Terrorblade. I mean, I feel like when the Sunder was on cooldown, that was their chance to get some kills on with the Darkseer, because the Darkseer and the Earth Spear aren't going to be able to take this guy down by themselves. They just don't have enough lockdown on top of the burst. I mean, yeah, you have the silence and the really brief stun of the Rolling Boulder on the Earth Spear, but neither of those things are long enough duration. Because you're spending a lot of down here?
Yeah, I'm looking. I was about to say I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen a split come out from Tavo just yet, but it might actually get forced out if he's not careful. 444, spotting him out over here by the runes. They're going to go and try to challenge here. Do you have that Static Storm online if he's not careful? Or actually, no, not just yet, actually. Tavo's still taking a decent amount of damage. Needs to go for the split. We'll be able to go and use it. Jumping forward, trying to find 444. We'll find him over here onto the cliff. Looks like he's going to be the first one to fall to the split as he jukes himself away, though. Not going to be able to do it quite fast enough as they take him out. And there's an arcane rune. I'm wishing, or rather, I'm thinking that Tavo wishes he had grabbed that before he had to do the split, but
No
it
time.
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so close to getting that level 6, too, over on the Disruptor. I thought he had already had it, and that's why they were setting up for the gank on him. Not the case.
Yeah. It wasn't him who took the tome. I think it's... Who's it going to?
I know, I'm
Where
keeping
is
my
the
eyes
tome?
on Leo,
Okay.
though, here in the top lane. Misery. It's just playing around with him, though.
Okay, Earth Spear bought the tome and then dropped it, and then Disruptor ended up taking it.
Okay.
So now he has his level 6 and he's able to take on the Rune Master. If only he had a little bit sooner, but we hadn't hit the 10-minute mark. It's kind of hard for you to, as a support, to hit that level 6 mark before 10 minutes.
This feels like
Now
a
that
very calm game this time around.
Yeah, a lot less action than we saw in the previous game. There was just kills happening in every single lane at the same time.
Yep,
This-
Do get a little bit of action over here. King RD trying to buy himself some more time. Has the tag team forces out with the shards. Leo backing off now.
Did miss his Searing Chains right there, though. Not sure who's trying to hit with it because it's pretty far away from everybody. Maybe he hit it by accident.
That's possible.
Leo's a god player. It's not possible that he makes a mistake. It's probably just something I didn't think of.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that later on when people tell him about this cast.
Is that going to happen?
I don't think so. I don't think players actually watch casts. Occasionally they
No.
watch like highlight clips maybe, like, but I think generally they don't waste time with our petty ramblings.
No. They're busy talking about the replay and things that really matter.
When we cast a really high play of theirs, I think maybe they watch.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm sure I get a bunch of messages that are just like, Moxie, how could you say this about us? Ward's actually going to get committed, though, over here on the mid tower. Looks like they really want to fight this. 4-4-4. He's going to be able to get the glimpse off right back in with the snakes and the static field. We'll be able to jump forward. Again, the stun comes out. Snowball is going to be able to roll on through. Mech's completed, though. And they've got that stone gaze as Medusa keeps chasing after them, but it's not doing enough damage. Tavo having that split will be able to stun up the Disruptor. Disruptor 4-4-4 going to get taken down. Misery already falling here. And now it looks like, oh, the Medusa, she's tanky, but is she going to be tanky enough? There's so many heroes just chasing after her. HFN still giving chase. Have the Reaper Scythe, and it's not going to be able to do quite enough damage over here onto 4DR as he will be able to walk himself away. Slight coming out, though, from Leo. We'll be able to keep him alive a little bit longer, but he's getting chased down by everyone during this fight, and they're just going to be able to pop him. Now Lelis, he's all alone. I was trying to just force them back. They lose Theolacore on the back lines. That whole fight was completely split the entire time now.
Yeah, everybody's separated there, and the Static Storm was too important right there in that fight to be able to use on just the Necrophos, I feel like. Yeah, they got him, I guess. You want to take him down before he gets his heals off, before he gets his mech off. Maybe you don't want him to go shroud or anything like that, but I think the guy that you want to be hitting with the Static Storm is his Brewmaster before he gets the split, or maybe even this Terrorblade if you're trying to finish him off, instead of him being able to get a Sunder. But using that on the Necrophos, who has the mech, he's not going down, especially when people aren't in position. I feel like cost him that fight there.
Yeah, I think it was more important to pretty much like grab yourself the Brewmaster and the Necrophos. Like both of those, I think, again, you know, it's always that worry, oh, he's going to be able to pop Ghost Shroud, he's going to be able to walk away, get the heals off. But I feel like you said, it is more value to have it on multiple targets, not just him.
Yeah,
For
or
sure.
the fact that they weren't able to bring him down at all, like not even close in that fight. He was still sitting above half HP by the time that he got out of that Static Storm.
Leo's just been
speaking
allowed
of-
to do so much. Like, he's just bottom lane, just got himself a solo kill on Misery. Does have to be careful, though. No Scythe online, otherwise I think he would have been for some big problems.
Yeah, I don't think he would have gone for that if he knew. Like he just figures, okay, so he's still on cooldown for a little bit. I can play with death a little bit.
Right. Well, that's part of being a pro player, is knowing your limits on your heroes.
Yeah, being able to take that to, again, the absolute limit. That's why I always get really afraid of people in video games. What are you afraid of dying in a video game? Go. Learn how to play more aggressive.
Right.
It's kind of like when we play, we never lose our lanes, bro.
We never lose our lanes because we're full Divide. We're full Divide when we go. All right. Well, it looks like they're going to try to put some pressure on this bottom tower. Cabo just chipping away at it. Does have a Hand of Midas queued up, and I'm really hoping that's not actually a pickup for him. What do you think? Hand of Midas at 15 minutes in.
You know, he can do whatever he wants to do. I'm not going to judge him too much.
I mean, he is
And if I-
Tavo, but it does feel a little greedy, perhaps. Look at the positioning over here. Over here on the steps. They really want to see if they can find someone, but unfortunately they TP right into the loving arms of Chaos, and Leo's just out of here.
Yeah, you think you're going to get yourself a nice little couple creep camps in the jungle, but all you get is a Chaos Salad.
A Chaos Salad. Oh, Tavo. He'll be able to go use that split immediately. Should be able to find themselves a kill over onto 4-4-4, but the glimpse will come out. Buying him just a little bit more time. Still probably going to die to Tavo over here and all of his panda bears. Still
feel like
going.
this
He's
is-
still alive. Still making things happen. All right, 4-4. I believe should get taken down. There it is. But there's still a fight down here in the bottom lane as well, as both Weeha and HFN are forced away from this area. They dropped the wall during all that too.
Limit the enemy's movement a little bit, force them away, but I don't think you have to be that afraid of the wall inside of Chaos. And you've got Vision up here right here, don't you?
Yeah, the only
So
hard
if
hitter
you-
you have really is HFN, right? Like,
Yeah.
for that wall. Oh, the roll forward, though. Again, they found themselves Tavo. Tavo buys himself a little bit more time. There's going to be the Stone Gaze getting used. They want to try to run themselves out. Look at this Magnetize, though. It's doing so much damage. Tavo rooted into place. Now he is going to fall. They should be able to take down King RD as well. 4-4-4 going to fall to the HFN, and they'll be able to go use a Reaper Scythe over onto Theolacore. Now 4DR forced to run himself back. He doesn't have much mana left, and HFN still alive and kicking over here. Didn't even have to use the Sunder during all that. Just goes, pops the meta. They've got those Guardian Greaves. It's just going to rip through your towers, and you have to be so careful that you don't
Yeah.
get too close to that.
that Magnetype is absolutely insane, but unfortunately for him, one of the best items in the game against Magnetypes is this Guardian Greaves, because as soon as you start to tick really low, the extra regen kicks in. So you get like almost as much HP regen as Magnetize does damage at the early levels with these Guardian Greaves. Which is, in my opinion, as an Earth Spirit player,
Feels bad, man.
awful and needs to be removed. As a non-Earth Spirit player, I'm sure you think, hey, this 6,000 gold item I just bought counters that thing that can kill almost anyone in the game, or an entire team, which is fair.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a nerf on Guardian Greaves because they've been picked up a lot. Feels like almost every single game, especially now that we're seeing them being run on the mid players, just to get that little extra advantage early on.
Yeah, I mean, they increased the cost of it by 100. It's a really expensive recipe, but it hasn't stopped people from wanting to build it yet. I feel like you need to do something else to it, maybe nerf the item itself instead of the item cost a little bit.
Tag team gonna get used. The Hex gets used as well. Walrus Punch. They do have that mech up and running though, buys them a bit more time. They actually go and they drop the Static Storm on Lelis. He is very, very tanky right now. They need to get some more damage. We'll be able to find the final hit, but they have to use that split and the rock from the Panda to do it.
So
That
then it
felt
goes with...
That felt kind of costly on the side of ButterFly, right? Having to drop the Static Storm and still...
Lose the guy?
Yeah.
That's probably going to cost them another... I would say it was going to cost them another tower, but you're not able to break high ground quite yet, and you're too far away from that tier 2 there in the top lane to be able to push that. They're going to start to get in a position for it, maybe get in position for a Roshan, but again, I was saying at this game, the timing for Chaos right now is 20-25 minutes. That's when they're going to be pushing these Raxes.
And they found themselves a Tavo over here who's sitting very, very low on mana. Magnetize doing so much damage, and in fact, that will find the kill. Medusa being taken him down.
Yeah. So out of position there, you got punished for it. So that was nice 2 pickoffs there for ButterFly. In fact, should slow the onslaught of Chaos down a little bit. So we're starting to tip a little bit too much in Chaos's favor, because you don't want them to start to be able to take over the map, and right now that's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, Misery. He's thinking about jumping over onto 40R here, but we'll back off. HFN standing up top. We looking for an opening, but we'll get held into place with that root. And there's going to be the wall being able to throw them right back with the silence. They go and they drop the wards. There's going to be Stone Gaze. The Hex comes out, though. Lelis going to be able to help burn down with the help of Leo. And they force the rest of Chaos back right now. Oh, the Remnant, though. Leo, he wants us. We'll be able to get the steering chains off. They'll get the glimpse off right back into the Static Storm. They're hoping that he's not going to be able to get anything off. And he had the Sunder, but he wasn't able to use it in time. Roll back right over to the creeps. King RD in for some trouble here. He's trying to run himself away, but the Mystic Snake and the damage is just too much.
Yeah, and there's the complete turnaround in less than 2 minutes.
What the hell just happened?
A while
Look
ago,
at the
we saw
swing.
ButterFly, in fact, just starting to fall back to their tier 3s and whatnot. Now you're ready to push tier 3s on the side of ButterFly Effect. So
ButterFly
that's a
Effect showed up
huge
to
swing.
play today.
Yeah, they did.
Holy
yeah,
cow.
Look at these graphs right now.
I know, I popped them open, and you can see, like, you saw that it was starting to go over to the side of Chaos. Not by much, right? It's about, like, a 1.5k lead, but it just swung right up for ButterFly after these last couple fights here. So they're feeling pretty good.
Absolutely.
So what's happening?
Your question is as good as mine. Or the same question as mine, rather. Right, Chaos. They saw that smoke, though. They didn't... It's the ward lingers for just a little bit after they do it, and they pop that smoke immediately after they killed the ward. So they saw them pop the smoke. Maybe they knew that they saw them pop the smoke and thinks, okay, they're gonna think that we're ganking them, but we're actually going to go into Roshan. We're trying to mind game them.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, he can throw the kinetic field. They see him. They know they're in there. Leo, get a couple slides off and chains. We'll get hexed up immediately. He'll follow up with those shackles. There's going to be the roll forward. Nice wall getting thrown out. Not being able to grab as many people as they want over here. HFN, though, trying to fight his way through. Has his eyes on Theolacor. Theolacor will fall. King RD sitting very, very low. Will have to get healed up by the rest of his team as Tavo tries to run these pandas out. Rest of the team sitting on the low ground. King RD actually sitting so very low, but we'll be able to go use that heal as the rest of the side. They're trying to find them. We'll be able to go. They grab him back into the Static Storm. HFN He's trying to fight his way out, but he's not going to be able to find it, except there it is. There's a snowball. Buys him some more time. Stonegaze comes out. The Slight actually going to be able to take him down. HFN in for a lot of trouble. Doesn't actually have the Sunder. Has to run himself away from this Medusa right now. That Mystic Snake. Oh, it hurts. Scythe actually going to get used, though, on the back end. They'll find the kill on Leo. And now 4DR, the Snake Lady, trying to run her way out, but they already managed to take down HFN. Weeha now still trying to find this kill over here onto 444. We'll have the Death Pulse. One more hit will do the trick. Buyback's going to come out now from the Disruptor. Weeha making his way back. The rest of his team has already moved themselves away. Tavo doesn't have the split up. Did actually go for that Midas. Going to try to throw the Cinder Brew down, turn this around over onto 4DR. 4DR trying to run himself away now. The Olacore now stuck in the middle of this cage will roll himself forward, trying to get himself out. And Tavo.
This fight still not over yet. I feel like you want to be engaged on this right now on Necrophos. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but holy shit, that was an insane fight. Buyback coming out, I guess, just from
They're not done. They're not done. 444. Glimpse back does have the kinetic field, but the shards holding him into place. Snowball will be able to connect, and a big ol' walrus punch. Maybe just a little bit more damage coming out from Weeha will take him down.
Yeah. That's super bad for him to die right there after he bought back, but he wanted to get a ward down right there. He did manage to do it, but they dewarded immediately after on that Brewmaster. And Roshan's actually sitting here at like half HP still. That's how long the fight went on.
Here goes part 2 as Weeha slowly but surely gets chipped down. Does have the Ghost Shroud. He's trying to heal himself up, but he has basically no mana right now. He's going to try to run himself away. They've got the mech. Weeha trying to juke himself away. Look at these moves coming out from this guy. Eventually, though, the rock will connect, and he'll get kicked down.
Yeah, so as much as HP is the regen you get from the Guardian Greaves, the Pipe Inside, when you're sitting at super low HP, it's not quite enough there. Stop that onslaught. And now they're looking the way of Roshan here on ButterFly Effect because they realize it's half done for them by Chaos. Chaos can't let them do this.
They need to get back in there. I don't. It's going down too fast. They're not going to make it in time. They're just going to allow ButterFly to take this Roche.
Do they even know they're there?
I feel like they've got it, right? There's no way that you just walk away from a half-done Roche, like especially if you're the enemy team and you're still over. This is looking a little bit scary now for Chaos. They might actually. This might be the upset that Grant was talking about.
Yeah, if they take this series 2-0, that's a massive upset. I'm pretty sure that I would have given Chaos like 80% odds to take the series 2-0.
Well, especially we saw HFN. He just got so much free farm.
Yeah.
And that's usually a big sign that things are going Chaos's way, because if you give if you give HFN farm priority, if he's able to get what he needs, he's usually able to carry it. If you can give Tavo the space that he needs as well, he's going to be able to make more space for HFN. Usually they end up sacking Weeha's lane, actually, if I'm being really honest, like watching their matches, but it feels like Chaos has the tools that they need, but they're just not taking great fights. It just feels like ButterFly Effect. They're getting the better initiations, perhaps? I don't know.
Yeah, they're just every time that you try and do something on Chaos, they just respond to it so well in ButterFly Effect. Like a couple times these static fields haven't been so good, or the Necrophos has been alive a little bit longer than he necessarily had to. But I think the fact that they've like spread the team fight out so hard on Chaos that they're not able to get some of these benefits from, say, the Vladimir's offering on the Brewmaster or the Guardian Greaves and the Death Pulse on the Necrophos. The fight is always split in such a weird way. But they want to push bot lane right here. They have 3 heroes in position for it. They have Mass Serpent wards ready on this Shadow Shaman, and they know that their timing is around like 25 minutes, which is right now. But at the moment, ButterFly Effect is ahead. They have a ButterFly. Pardon me. They have a ButterFly on the Medusa as well as a Black King Bar and Amanda style. They're stronger than Chaos now. They can take fights against them, and as this game goes on and on, they're going to get stronger than them.
That's going to be a huge problem for the side of Chaos. Again, Terrorblade is one of those heroes that can turn the tables, can actually, get the rampage, as we've seen before on, was it Costabile? I always get confused by that because I always want to call him Costabile, but I'm told it's Costabile. Top lane, though, Leo actually just gets ganked by Misery and HFN. So he's taken down for 40-something seconds.
Yeah, so without him on the map, at least gives Chaos a little bit of time to catch up, but you want to do something with this Aegis, I feel like, on the Medusa, but you don't want to force things too much. Like I was saying, as the game goes on and on, your odds become better and better when it's a ButterFly Effect. So maybe you do sit on the Aegis, but pretty bad when you don't do anything with it. It's the gamer instinct in you. You want to take full advantage of everything inside Dota. When you don't take full advantage of it, it just feels awful. You gotta know what I'm talking about.
Mass Serpent Ward's going to get used, though, on this tier 2, and they did just pick up an MKB over on HFN. It's got the meta up. Should be able to chew through this tower very, very quickly. The rest of the team, though, making this rotation, they smoked up, but already looks like the side of Chaos has just TP'd out, don't want to have to deal with it. They're happy with just taking that tower and then running.
Yep.
Smash and grab sort of thing.
Yeah, which is fine. You want to get as much map control as you can. The fact that you've lost so many towers already on your side of Chaos is pretty bad. Again, they've missed their timing. I think they're going to be playing super serious now. No room for error, really. Yeah, and here we start to see this Medusa push. The Aegis expires in 1 minute and 10 seconds now, so you want to, I guess, try and get some use out of it now.
Let's just put some pressure over on this high ground. Allow her to siege, most likely. Doesn't have that Manta style up for another 6 or 7 seconds, but we put a decent amount of harass out on the tower. I don't have to hard commit for anything either, so we'll just back off.
I'm not so sure about that. I think they'll stick around.
They're at least going to allow Leo to go and push out a wave.
Yeah.
But they need their own wave to go up over on the high ground. They could go for the safer alternative and take that tower in the bot lane, but of course that one's not quite as important.
No.
Being
Plus
all
it
out no
takes a
man's
full,
land.
like, 30 seconds for the group wave to reach over there.
Right, Theolacor just going to run himself in. There's that surge we talked about. It looks really, really nice. The Hex comes out over onto the Dusa, but Leo, he's here. Oh, that's a much better static storm. If only they could have caught a little bit more. In fact, Tavo going to be able to walk himself out. Still has that split online. Theolacor having to run himself away. The snowball running right for him, but again, the surge buys him enough time where he's able to run himself out.
Actually, that wasn't the Brewmaster walking out. That was him getting glimpsed at. A little bit of a mistake there.
Oh,
from the,
no.
disruptor. Yeah.
All
and
right.
we see Aegis expiring right about now. Yeah, there we go.
So it looks like ButterFly effect, you know, they didn't quite get as much as they would have liked. Did get a tiny amount of damage on the tower, but that's going to be the static storm on cooldown. And they've got the Metamorphosis up, so if Chaos wants to make something happen, they definitely can right now.
Yep. Now's their chance now. The Aegis is gone. Now they have a little bit more breathing room. They mess their wards up, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. They smoke up. They're like, okay, there's no Roshan. We're going to try and get a pick here. They've got a Blink Dagger and an Aether Lens now in the Shadow, as well as 4 points in Hex. So you have that long instant disable. Actually, Smoke gets popped there by the Ember Spirit using Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, I was a little question mark about that. Misery actually just going to get blown up immediately. There's going to be the glimpse back, though, over onto HFN. He's got his BKB, though. He wants to be able to run himself back, and it looks like Snowball going to buy a little bit more time as they find the kill on the back end. Will be able to take down the Disruptors. HFN just running himself out from this fight, realizing that this is not a fight he wants to take right now. Weeha has that Spirit Vessel on him, and it's not helping out at all that he has no mana. Will be able to go pop those Guardian Greaves, turns himself around. He has his eyes over onto Theolacor, but there's going to be the Reaper Scythe coming out. They'll be able to take down Theolacor, but Weeha will finally get taken down beforehand. Tavo now trying to run these pandas out. He's with a lot of other friends. Manages to go and deny the haste rune, though. Buys himself some more time. Will just go, jump back again. Has the BKB, will TP out. And there's nothing that ButterFly can really do about this. So that's a lot of space created. Manages to allow HFN to get out, but they did end up losing their supports and Weeha.
Yep. So they lost a little bit of time right there. I mean, they bought a little bit of time from, I guess, ButterFly Effect, taking too much of advantage of that just by running really far away with the Brewmaster, choosing to pop that BKB, using your 10-second charge to TP out feels a little bit bad usually, but in that situation, I feel like it's worth it. You normally want to use that 10-second BKB charge just to be able to fight into the enemies, and, I guess, be a real nuisance on Brewmaster. He didn't go the damage challenge, though, which is a little bit odd.
Yeah, I went for the health. I guess they wanted to have maybe another really tanky person as the frontliner.
Yeah. Or they're afraid of him getting bursted down inside that static storm. Because that was an issue before he got the BKB.
Oh, they get the shackles off, though. They just take down Leo, and there's no buyback on him for another 60-something seconds. And so they're going to try to man fight over here onto Dea. They will go and grab out that Oh, HFN trying to juke himself away. The Scotty slow, it hurts so much. He doesn't have the mana to get himself out. Does have the BKB though. Might actually have to rely on King RD to give up his body for him. In fact, that appears to be what's going to happen right now. Uses the snowball, slows them down, and he's going to be able to get HFN out of this bad situation. He didn't have the mana to get the Sunder off during that time. I think they might have been able to turn it around if he had.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the great things about the Mystic Snake here. Having that extra 30% mana seal on this Mystic Snake. And the nerf that felt pretty bad on the Terrorblade. It's just that mana for the Sunder now, and a lot of things drain mana in the game, or a lot more than used to, anyways.
Well, that's definitely become a problem for the Terrorblade. If he can't get his spells off.
I mean, that guy was broken before. There had to be more ways to counter him. I feel like it's at least a little bit fair that you can drain his mana and he can't use that ability every 5 seconds without mana cost.
No. I remember the first time that we watched... Actually, no, even before that, there was a lot of teams that were picking up the Terrorblade even before we saw Costabile get off that crazy, rampage and just fight the entire enemy team. But even before that, I was used to gripe about, what is it, minus 35 seconds on... Yeah, minus 35 seconds Sunder cooldown. I was like, how is that balanced? But a lot of people were saying, it's balanced because of the fact that, how often do you actually see a Terrorblade get to level 25 right now in this particular meta? It's pretty hard. So... it is a little bit of a bonus. I still think it's maybe a little too good of a talent. I'd like to see it maybe nerfed just a little bit, but I can understand when they put it in those terms. How often do you actually see this hero go super, super late in pro matches?
Yeah, I think the Terrorblade, you see go super, super late more often than you should. I think that hero gets to level 25 quite a bit, just because it's so easy for him to farm due to his huge agility growth. Yeah, see, 4.8 per level. He's sitting at level 21. He's 118 base agility. That's absolutely insane. Anyways, back to this game right now. You see, pushing they want to set up for Roshan, but it's got one of the longer respawn timers. Another, I guess, 35 seconds right here, but. I think we're about to see a fight.
Yeah, we definitely are. Although the insta-hex coming out over here, will they be able to hold down the Medusa? Beautiful wall vacuum followed up with the Static Storm. We'll be able to grab several of these heroes. Shadow Shaman not going to be a part of this fight. HFN is just dominating, but Theolacor also going to be able to get himself a double kill. He's trying to run himself away, though. He's not going to be able to. HFN will find the kill. BKB coming out now from the Medusa. They buy back on the Shaman, trying to make sure that they can keep HFN still alive. He had a Lincolns. They're not going to be able to get the Sunder off. HFN is down for 84 seconds now. They'll find another kill as they take down Misery, who's died back. Tavo has that BKB. He needs to get himself out, but he can't. The TP's on cooldown. He's got to run himself away, and this Medusa is just dishing out too much damage. Isn't going to have a passive Midas at least, but that's a triple kill.
Oh my god, that was insane. That Static Storm basically won them the fight. The choke point right here, when that happened, vacuuming them into that Static Storm, they were just caught inside the wall. Losing 2 heroes, it was like, okay, he got the Hex off on Shadow Shaman, right? But we saw no Ether Shock, no Shackles. The fact that you just get that one spell off and you die on that hero, and then Tusk, I don't think, did anything in that team fight just because of that disable. It's like, you took 2 heroes out of that fight and just
oh no, Weeha. He's in for a lot of issues here. Can he get himself into the base? They'll drag him right back again with the vacuum. They'll hold on to him. Guardian Greaves going to have to get popped. He's got a Ring of Tarask here. There's going to be the buyback coming out from Tavo. They want to try to save Weeha. Snowball buys him a bit more time. Tavo has got that Cinder Brew. Wants to chase back Leo. We'll get a couple of these slides up, but look at these snowballs coming out from this Medusa. She's dishing so much damage. Tavo falls here. This could be the end. Yeah, he's going to get taken down. They get the Searing Chainsaw on the back end onto Weeha. They got the Thunder Strike as well. Theolacor throws out the Magnetizer. There's going to be a glimpse coming back on King RD. They might have to be careful. They don't want to go too hard on this dive, but they're going to be able to find 2 kills as they just dive right in. And just like that, they're going to be able to go take these racks, no problem. HFN's back up and running, but I don't know what he can hope to do against this team when he's got 3 of his teammates down. The Hex comes out, speeding up. We'll get a glimpse off as well. The drag back HFN and these snowballs. Oh, and the wall doing a decent chunk of damage right now. So they're just going to take that illusion and help them to just go after the towers and racks right now.
They could end the game right now, but they're not going to. They're playing it safe. They're going for racks and whatnot. I feel like they could take those tier 4s at the moment, but I guess they think better of it. They don't want to play anywhere too risky against a team like Chaos. Right now, this is a huge upset happening. They won game 1 on ButterFly.
It's not over until it's over. It's not over till it's over, right?
It's not
Don't
over
count
till
your chickens before it's hatched. But it does look really, really good right now for ButterFly. A nice fall back. They did manage to get that Sunder off, though. They want to try to take down 40R, but he's doing too much damage. Look, this is Stone Gaze forcing everyone back. They'll be able to take down King RD and HFN. They'll be able to block him off. They get the Static Storm up. He is dead. That's game. That is game.
That's game. It's
That
over.
is, what an upset. ButterFly. The magic of Rare dressing like a butterfly and the skills coming out here from these guys. They make it so that they are the first South American team to qualify for the MDL Disneyland Major.
I feel like one of the biggest things that won ButterFly affected the series is just their amazing positioning in these team fights. It felt like Chaos outplayed them a couple of times. In lanes, Chaos did pretty good. I felt like their draft pretty good, but I guess the way that they choke pointed that Shadow Shaman and that Tusk in that last team fight, and then forcing them to take, I guess, these kind of bad fights and Chaos not taking them seriously enough, maybe? Just won them the series 2-0, and this is a huge lesson for Chaos.
I mean, I'm totally surprised by this. Like, ButterFly Effect, again, like, a lot of veterans from the Brazilian Dota 2 scene, awesome players, but it definitely, most people going into this match would have said Chaos was going to take this easily. But ButterFly Effect, they schooled on him. Like, if you take a look at 4DR, 14-0 and 14 on his Medusa. Like, this guy was like a beast. Theolacor made a lot of moves in the early game, put a lot of pressure down on them, and despite all this, HFN, he got great farm. In fact, if we look at last hits and denies, 420 last hits, 42 denies, with a 661 GPM. But if you look at this Dusa, as it got further and further, 889 GPM with the split shot and all that, like, it just exploded. I don't know. That is definitely one I'm going to have to go back and watch and try to figure out exactly how it all unraveled. But like you said, a big part of that, the positioning was really good. We saw a couple static storms that were a little off the mark, but I mean, the ones that were on were spot on.
Absolutely. Disruptor was, I guess, a huge part of this pick, and Lez played super well with some of these vacuum surges. I feel like just the timing he got off a lot of these ion shells as well, able to bring people down, is a huge part of this game too.
The surges were incredible as well. Like, just that spell alone, the way it's been reworked, did a lot of work, and just getting people in and out quickly too. Like, he's talked about the positioning, but man, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. So yeah, ButterFly Effect, your first team to make it into the Disneyland Major here from South America. Pretty hype stuff. We have so much more South American Dota going on for you guys today. So I believe the next match is Infamous versus Thunder Predator, I want to say. I'm not sure exactly if we're going to be doing a rolling schedule or if we're going to be doing just straight up what's written for timing. But we will be back with more Dota 2. So come back and hang out with us, because this was awesome, for lack of a better word. We'll be back, guys.